Hi everyone, my name is Abigail Ralph, and I would like to talk with you briefly about Desiderius Erasmus. I chose Erasmus as my philosopher of interest because he believes the Bible and religion play an important role in preparing students for social service. So his educational goal has a social aim. Erasmus believes humans are born with large mental capacities but with no innate ideas, and that through education, the mental self can be nurtured to reason logically. He also believes human faculty is not independent of religion, but is linked to a higher divine power that is the source of intelligence, and that once that connection is made, that bad inherited tendencies can be eradicated. So for Erasmus, education trains the intellect and character for social service. He says anything that enlightens ultimately raises the individual and purifies the social order. This is a quote taken from Desiderius Erasmus concerning the aim and method of education. Where and when does this training begin? It begins in the home. Erasmus stressed the importance of early childhood education when the mind of the child is most impressionable, open minded, retentive to learning, susceptible to guidance, and is acquiring language. Regarding language acquisition, he said that it should begin with vocabulary building through objects, pictures, and experiences in nature. This is followed by letter recognition, then syllables and sentences. Reading fluently and repeatedly is the next natural progression, then writing is introduced. Erasmus says all of these stages must be completed by age 7, and he said play should be the main mode of instruction for children. This is what he said in Gutek 2013. Play, if play is attached to learning, then children would find learning a delight. The philosopher further believed in training the young that emphasis should be placed on moral education because without it, every learning is meaningless. So for him, character development must be interwoven with intellectual pursuits. And for this, he embraced the Bible as an important source for the holistic development of the individual. From the home, children advance to formal education in the school, so the teacher becomes the focus of Erasmus' philosophy. He identified several characteristics that defines a teacher. First and foremost, a teacher must be highly qualified. He said, you have no right. A person has no right to be a teacher if he or she is not qualified. A teacher has to be respectable, worthy of emulation, and by that, a teacher must be a role model to both parents and students. A teacher, he said, must be affectionate, loving, and caring, but at the same time maintain that respectable distinction between teacher and student. A teacher has to be gentle, and in the eventuality of any difficulty or dispute, he said a teacher must be agreeable and settle the matter privately if possible. Regarding instruction, he said a teacher should be clear, systematic, creative, and be relevant to students' experiences. One thing Erasmus rejects its corporal punishment. He said it drives fear into the child and it amounts to nothing. He believes methods of education that delight students are more effective than those that drive fear in them and coerce them. This is taken from Gutek 2013. So, in a nutshell, Erasmus' education trains the intellect and character for social development. That's his philosophy. Thank you very much for listening.